Good morning, good morning, good morning, beautiful people. This is Freedom Fighter. Today is Friday, July the 5th. All right, July 5th. I hope everyone here in the States has enjoyed your 4th of July, the celebration of the independence of the United States. Now, let's talk about the independence of us as people around the globe with three articles by Goldilocks that shows us the process and what is transpiring within the banking system, and also some latest updates coming out of Iraq and their banking system. First, we have an article by Goldilocks in regards to J.P. Morgan Chase. For those of you who may not know, J.P. Morgan Chase is a very, very pivotal, important player in the overall global global financial reset. For those of you who may not be aware, J.P. Morgan Chase is the largest bank in the world by assets with a little over $4 trillion in assets. All right, but let's go right into it. Goldilocks shares this article, and it's in regards to straight through processing is most well known in the areas of payments and securities trading. However, in general, it is a methodology that could be implemented in a variety of technical scenarios. In all areas of STP, which is straight through processing, the technology for STP is constantly evolving. In payments, cryptocurrencies, and fintech, providers have introduced much faster types of straight through processing, particularly as alternatives to banks. Straight through processing, ladies and gentlemen, the name speaks for itself. And with a lot of these bank terms and terminology, the terminology in the name is actually self evident. So let's look. Straight through processing is an electronic transfer of funds done automatically without the need for a manual transmission, such as a middleman, to see the process through. STPs, or straight through processing, are most well known for automatic payment sources and securities trading, but it can be used in a variety of other trading scenarios. JP Morgan Chase has achieved a landmark straight through processing on the first syndicated loan market. In other words, streamlined digital workflows is another word of saying that payment processing has been made automated and replacing several workers to complete a group task. Now, naturally, what comes to mind is jobs being lost. And that is an unfortunate collateral damage with the new digital economy that we're going into, where there are several jobs that not only will be lost, but over the last several years, due to technology and the automation of certain tasks, a lot of manpower and jobs have been eliminated and will be eliminated. But going into the new digital economy, and we're dealing with artificial intelligence, if you are on the right side of it, it can be to your benefit, especially as an investor. When you're dealing with cryptocurrency and our paper currencies, how you can take advantage of expanding your wealth, your newfound wealth, by the artificial intelligence that's integrated into the new banking system. So here we have JP Morgan achieving a landmark history in the making with technology as it pertains to the loan markets and how loans are moving to an automated process with the straight through processing versus humans that are were traditionally involved with the loan process. Okay, and Goldilocks has provided a short 2-minute video that you can take a look at, and it gives you an explanation there in the 2 minutes of what the straight through processing automated system looks like. Okay, now next, Goldilocks shares What is a non-bank? The digital banking system that we are moving into makes it possible to combine traditional and non-traditional banking systems together through a quantum financial system. For the past 3 years, we have been going over how this is being integrated on the federal level. Federal regulations make it easier to look at a financial system through a larger perspective. Many of the digital systems that people use today are already in existence. State regulators have made that possible. Here's a short video Goldilocks is providing, a short video to help you to understand it a little bit more. And there's another short 2-minute video that you can take a look at that Goldilocks is sharing. What is a non-bank? So folks, keep in mind, we are moving into a new digital automated economy where human error, human manipulation of values on assets, such as our paper currency assets, such as the digital currency assets, such as precious metals, the human manipulation is going away. Why? Because the technology is replacing a lot of the humans that were largely responsible for manipulating the values on the currencies that we hold. All right? And we know several people will be reluctant to the new technology, but think of what's the benefit for you as an investor. All right? Next, Goldilocks shares an article, and it's directly from the CBI, the Central Bank of Iraq, where it states the Central Bank of Iraq announces the opening of recruitment on a contract basis to fill the position of an examiner of cash. And applicants for these positions must be in accordance with the conditions stated below, with the offer that the application will be exclusively through the electronic link, meaning that whoever applies for this position of examiner for the banks within Iraq, it'll be through an electronic means. Goldilocks continues. The main responsibilities of a bank examiner are bank operations. It is their duty to see that the performance of their banking system is legal and financially stable. An examiner reviews and audits internal controls over cash operations. Remember, folks, this is within Iraq, within the Iraq banking system. This verifies that controls are in place to monitor cash accounts, including accurate recordings of transactions. This fulfills one of Iraq's economic reforms that is required to indicate a stable economy. Now, Goldilocks shares another 2-minute video explaining what a financial examiner really is. And we want to make it apparent to you. When you think of this economic reform, this part of the economic reforms that Iraq is implementing, a part of the white paper economic reform plan written by Dr. Shabibi, there are many economic reforms within that plan. Automation and also the regulating of automation and auditors is a part of the economic reform plan, the white paper economic reform plan. Here we have, look, when you think of a financial examiner, think of here in America the term of a watchdog. A watchdog, someone that watches or oversees an agency, may be considered a watchdog. You know, sort of like someone who examines the examiner, who audits the auditors. This is a financial examiner who is an auditor who audits the banking system, who's an auditor who audits the auditor. So this is considered a watchdog, and a part of the white paper economic reform plan of Iraq, not only the digitizing of their banking system where they're at now and have achieved, but the watchdog or overseer, the examiner of the examiners, the auditor of the auditors, now Iraq is making a part of their banking system. Also, a key important part that Iraq must meet as it pertains to the White Paper Economic Reform Plan is in order for Iraq to be prepared to go international, their economy must be considered stable. So, in this last sentence that Goldilocks shared, this fulfills, speaking of the financial examiner, this fulfills one of Iraq's economic reforms that is required to indicate a stable economy. Several months ago, the Prime Minister of Iraq did state publicly that Iraq is a stable economy. The United Nations also came out publicly and deemed via a report that Iraq's economy is considered stable. So, ladies and gentlemen, when you think of the holistic of the whole banking system globally, and per my discussion and briefing this morning with Goldilocks, they had a perfect analogy to paint the picture of where we're at in the global financial reset. Goldilocks shared with me, think of it as a house that's being built, and you must build the foundation first. Ladies and gentlemen, the foundation of our new banking system is built. What Goldilocks shared is just like when you're building a house and the foundation is built, then you must install the plumbing and the electricity, the flooring, so forth and so on. Now we're at the point where the global banking system is the installation of the protocols, the regulations, the automation within the new banking system. These are the plumbing, the electricity that's now being installed where the foundation has already been built. We are going through the process now of building on top of the foundation, and it's being done strategically, globally, with various agencies and entities such as the Commodities Future Trade Commission, such as the U.S. Treasury, such as the IMF, the BIS, Bank of International Settlements, the World Bank, the Bretton Woods. And then we have the real world assets, gold, silver, other assets, the automation of the ISO 222, the SWIFT system in the migration of ISO 222, so forth and so on. We have XRP, we have Ripple, all the various entities, the stable coins and the regulations of stable coins. These are the electrical and the plumbing components of the installation on top of the foundation that's now being integrated and installed within our new global banking system. We hope this has been an eye opener for many of you today. If you have any questions, please feel free. Come on into the Goldilocks QFS Dialogues room. If you have any questions, we'll be more than happy to assist you and bring it all home for you to make it clear. We love you. We appreciate you. Love someone unconditionally. Take care. Ciao.